I think I have found the perfect DAWless setup. It's right here. I think this is as complete as I can eventually get as a DAWless live setup. So let me just try to show you what I have. Alright, so in the setup, I have 4 synth engines. I have drum machines, have samplers, I have everything that I need in order to kind of improvise or do some sort of DAWless production. On this side, I have the Roland S1. The Roland S1 is mostly synth, just to make, well, synth related stuff, mostly in my case, basses. In the middle, I have the Novation circuit track, which is kind of a Swiss Army knife, I guess, of anything. I can eventually make anything on this device alone. It has synth engines, it has MIDI channels, it has drum machines, many things. And then in the middle, this is the latest addition to my little roster of gears. That is the Boss BX400, the smaller little bro of this, the bigger one. And then on this side, of course, I guess there is no real introduction needed. SP404 MK2. Fantastic everything. Sampler, synth, drum machine, standalone DJ, mixer, many things. So let me just try to kind of walk you through on how I eventually use them and kind of put things together with all of this. But one small thing that I didn't necessarily knew I had a problem with until I run into it is headphones or queuing. So I have this little device right here. This is like a ninja star. But anyway, what this does is that this allows me to summon signals, and then I can listen to them as one. So in this case, my headphones out goes here. The headphones from the SP404 then goes here, and the headphones from the Novation circuit goes here. So this then allows me to kind of summon the headphones out from both of these machines. In some sort of like improvisational way, you can cue things or play things without necessarily the audiences or the sounds being outed to the main outputs. So on the SP404, let's say I'm just going to do queuing, and I can listen to different things without it being heard. On the Novation circuit, I'm not sure if there is like a queuing on the Novation circuit, but you can do like the shift and then choosing pads without it being heard. But there is no kind of like queuing that is going to be heard on the headphones. So let me just try to show you how I use this setup, and then let's try to make something kind of interesting. So now I have this clap on the SP404, and let's try to figure something here. Okay, so we got some kind of simple groove. So let me introduce the... So now, where to put the kick? Do I want the kick from the SP404 or the circuit? Okay, from the circuit. So now we have something interesting. I'm not going to spend too much time on the synth. Just kind of a plucky thing. So very simple bass. Now, one thing I like to do on the SP404 is that when I have samples and like kind of musical pieces, I like to assign them to a bus. So in this case, bus 2, and I like to add delay as default on that bus. So now there is kind of a delay on this. So if I play it, then let's say I would like to kind of create some sort of a build up. Something like this. Now, one thing also about volume and levels on these devices, I try to avoid adjusting the devices on master volume. They are kind of, I think right now they are at kind of a comfortable level, but for instance, the S1 might be a little bit quiet, so I can just change the type of, if it's an instrument, a mic, or a line. But then that kind of creates some noise because of USB stuff. But let's say we want to raise this a little. Then if you want to kind of ramp up the energy a little bit, let's say let's find another synth, so let's say I would like to kind of have this, and I would like to kind of move from this. I would like to add this as the next thing. So I'd like to kind of transition from this to something that includes this. There are a few ways I can think of doing this. Eventually the idea is you want to kind of break down the song. So for instance, I have a kick in here, have a open hat snare on the SP404, I have other things. So eventually what I would, let's try to change the clap. This is the current clap. I would like to change it to something else, like this. Let's figure out a key, I guess. Okay, I would like to kind of dark, so let's do let's add some side chain. So then something kind of simple. Just kind of introducing things one by one, I guess. Let's introduce a bass. I'd like to use a bass from here. Let's say we want to introduce something else. Something like this. Adding like little accent from the S1. Let's add a little delay. Let's do both delay. So yes, I guess that's a little bit of how I would like to kind of move around this setup. One, I guess, potential limitation of this is the headphone and the queuing. The queuing works well, I would say. One of the bigger challenge with the queuing is that somehow, or I guess not really somehow, but on the SP404 you can adjust the volume of the headphone. This is something that I kind of learned the hard way when I was DJing with the SP404. So we can eventually adjust the level of the headphone, because the level of the headphone is not necessarily dependent on the master volume. So we can adjust it. What I'm hearing from the master is not necessarily what I hear on my headphones. So yes, that's kind of cool. On the novation circuit, it's not the case, or at least I haven't found a way to kind of arrange this. But it seems like the master volume and the headphones are the same. So regardless of how this master volume is, that's how the level of the headphones is. What I do is to kind of like, every time I'm trying to listen to something, I unplug the circuit track, so then I can fully hear the SP404. But yes, that's my little DAWless setup. The perfect DAWless setup, I would say, for me, because I have everything I need here. They are battery powered except for the mixer, because this does not have any sort of USB or any power. Although I think you can mod this. I have some plan to perhaps mod this. I have some little faders and some little buttons that I'm going to use these as for a cassette mod, but I was also thinking of using these to mod this VX400 maybe. But yes, as far as this setup, it's great, man. I like everything here. And of course, you can replace different elements of this. You can maybe replace the SP404, the S1, the circuit track. But these are the devices that I have, but also the devices that I'm the most familiar with at this point. So yes, that's all. Thank you for watching, and then I'll catch you on the next one.